Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top. It's time for the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games at Southern Utah University in Cedar City. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of a Utah sports tradition at utahsummergames.org. Participate in over 50 sports around the state. Then plan to join the opening ceremonies Friday, June 5th, presented by State Bank of Southern Utah. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games.
Your home for the best sports radio for your afternoon drive is right here. This is Jake Scott and Ben Anderson on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
What you got Wednesday? What's the deal? Jake's got rules, Ben's out to steal. Bozo takes their spinning around. Flush it down.
Jacob Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. It's time for What You Got Wednesday. By the way, we're still kind of moving this segment around to find its new home. We're not sure if we want to put it like earlier, like in the 3 o'clock hour and get some votes going, or if it really is not to honk our own horns, but it's a popular segment, so do we want to drop it in the 5 o'clock hour? We're still kind of
I like the idea
of
3:30 because people can respond throughout the show. But that also means we have to keep talking about it throughout the show.
Which sometimes is not so much.
Not that interesting.
So we're going to try it at 3:30 today and see how it goes.
Okay. We did 5:30 last week.
If you're new to the show, Ben and I go head-to-head into 5 and you're probably, chance you're new to the show, into 5 selection drafts, 1 sports-related, 1 not, and then we put it out on the TalkSnap for a vote. Christian, how'd it go last week?
Last week, legendary athletes to come through Utah in honor of Messi. You guys tied 50-50, split the vote right down the middle. And talented families, Jake, you won that one 60-40.
Nice. Okay. So Ben will take the not sports, and I'll take the sports. Does that work? All right. What is our sports-related topic?
Another, I guess, Messi-inspired draft, right? Short athletes.
So short kings.
Short kings or queens.
Or queens. All right. But athletes that are notoriously short.
Yeah, not just like, well, whatever. Yes,
short. We decided we're not gonna benchmark it and say like 6'1" and below or anything like that. But so if you draft somebody who's 6'8",
like that,
I mean that's not gonna
get you any votes.
Right.
The idea is the people will choose.
Notoriously short. I get the first pick. I'm gonna go with Lionel.
Yeah. It's maybe the greatest soccer player of all time, and he's a little guy.
Notoriously short.
How tall is Messi?
Lionel Messi.
Messi, height 5'7", little guy, and he looked. I mean, it was weird watching him play against RSL and realize, even here he's the smallest person. It's not just like he's small over there because they have bigger, better athletes. He's just small everywhere. Okay, I will go with. There's not an obvious number 2 pick. In fact, I don't know if there's an obvious number 1 pick. I will go with probably the person everyone thinks, and I'll just go with Muggsy Bogues because it's freakish how little he was. And he's
like my favorite basketball player of all time.
And you were a Charlotte guy, which is cool.
Yeah, I was a big Hornets fan. And apparently he's just the coolest dude.
But he's legitimately 5'3" and played in the NBA for a decade. It's insane. That he was like one of the guys. He was easily a top 100 player in the NBA. He was
in Space Jam.
He was in Space Jam. But the fact that he wasn't a novelty act, the fact that not only did he played 900 games and was legitimately very impactful and one of the best defenders in the NBA because he just was always up inside of whoever he was defending to get steals and pokeaways. He was really incredible.
Beloved in Charlotte.
Yeah, I believe it.
All right. Now, I'll let you guys adjudicate on this, but I have a justification. Serena Williams.
Okay.
I don't actually know how tall Serena is, but for her to be better than her sister, who's legit 6 feet, I always thought was pretty wild. Like, as far as tennis build goes, Venus should have been way better.
You're right. You're thinking long, lanky, the ability to create leverage.
All that. Venus is tall.
Serena is 5'9", so she is above average height for a woman, but not enormous for a tennis player.
Right.
It's fine with me. Again, I'm happy to let the voters vote on it. If they
Christian,
think that's a bad
do you
call,
have any thoughts?
I would say that the average height for a professional athlete woman is probably taller than 5'9", right? So
Yeah.
she's below that threshold.
All right.
the fact that her sister is there and is so much taller than her, I think makes it a more legitimate
That's my
pick.
justification.
I think it's totally fair.
All right.
All right. I will also go with the woman. And even though this is a small person sport, Simone Biles is like 4'8".
Yeah,
she's not just gymnast short. She's crazy short for anybody. So I'm going to go with Simone Biles, who might be the greatest gymnast of all time, and she is 4'8". Can she reach a door handle? It's so little. So shout out Simone Biles.
She can't ride the cannibal at Lagoon.
Yeah, right. She can't do any of the rides. I don't know if she can do puff.
Okay, I'm going to throw in some local flavor here, but truly an amazing story that I bet against. Not really bet, but I said there was no way he was going to have an NFL career, and he has. Is he still? Did he play last year?
He was at the very least on a practice squad.
Britton Covey.
Yep, Britton Covey, no question about it.
5'2".
Against all odds.
Against
He is
all odds.
so little. It's crazy.
He shouldn't have been a D1 football player, let alone like a punt returner. I mean, yeah that dude's a great story.
Yep. And also a cool dude. Very Muggsy. I don't know if he's Muggsy Boguesy, but every time I've talked to him, which is probably a dozen times, he's just totally with it and appreciative of his life and really enjoyable to be around. So absolutely shout out Britton Covey. Very cool story. All right, I'll go football too. I hate to just be copying what you're doing. I will go with Wes Welker, who is he's not the go-to little football player, but Wes Welker was incredible as a receiver, which has now turned into usually a lot of very big players. Wes was dominant. All the Super Bowls with the Patriots. Give me Wes Welker.
What number is this for me, Christian?
This will be your fourth pick.
All right, I'm going to go with it. Spud Webb.
Yeah.
The other point guard that we associate with being short, and he won the dunk contest.
Yeah.
Which is pretty amazing because he was what, 5'10", 5'7"?
He's 5'7". He could dunk. Like the greatest athlete of all time, 5'7", and you can dunk.
That was back when real names participated too.
Yeah, that was back against his teammate.
Dominique.
Against Dominique Wilkins, his
and
teammate.
he got some little guy points. Like they gave him some extra votes, but
he deserves it.
Good. He could absolutely fly. All right. I hate to pick this guy because he's a cheater, and not off the field. I don't know what he does off the field. Do whatever you want to do. But I hate the Houston Astros. But Jose Altuve, was hitting 30 home runs a year. He's 5'6", and has not Aaron Judge power, but absolutely was like a big-time hitter. Had a ton of power in his prime. Hit 31 home runs in 2021. He hit that was doubles, excuse me. He hit 31 home runs in 2019, 31 home runs in 2021. How does that guy that small have that much power? And that's just technique and, strength. Crazy. And then he knew what pitch was coming, which really helped.
And it was probably, juiced.
Maybe. Bat was corked, whatever it was. And yeah, they told him what pitch was coming. His teammates all did. That was cheating. But
all right, this guy wasn't very good, but he was just teeny. Darren Sproles.
Yeah.
The little running back for the Chargers.
And he was fine. He was good. Also did some kick returning, right? Like he kind of did a little bit of everything. And it was a little guy. Darren Sproles. He was cool. Cool story.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that it?
You've got one more, I think.
I've got one more.
Ben, you get the last pick.
Okay. I'm going to go Allen Iverson. He's not quite like the littlest little player, but you think of maybe the best little player in basketball history. He's the best small guard. So I'll take AI.
All right, review.
Jake, you had the number one pick. You went Lionel Messi, Serena Williams, Britton Covey, Spud Webb, and Darren Sproles. Ben went Muggsy Bogues, Simone Biles, Wes Welker, Jose Altuve, and Allen Iverson.
If you want to put their heights next to them in the vote, that would be helpful, but I know that's a lot of work. Other names we left off? Celtics, Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah, I thought about him.
Yogi Berra, little.
Was he small?
Yeah, he's like 5'8", not very big.
I mean, we could have picked like NASCAR drivers or something.
Horse jockeys.
Yeah, I don't know any of those, but I know like Jimmy Johnson can't be a tall man.
Manny Pacquiao was little as a boxer.
Yeah. Oh, we could have gone.
Those little boxers are small.
You could have gone the boxing route,
Yeah.
for sure.
But no, I think that's a pretty good list. I don't think there's anyone aggressive. I'm glad you got Britton Covey.
Yeah. Well,
it was a good pick.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top.
Derek Overstreet, founder of the New Millennium Group. We're a financial planning firm. We have advisors standing by right now to take your call. 888-999-6370. The reason you're going to want to call is we're going to help you retire 3 to 5 years before you thought possible. The way we do this is by putting together a step-by-step plan. So if you're one of those people listening and you'd like a plan in writing, give us a call at 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370, or go to utahsfinancialplanner.com.
what's our not sports?
Utah Mammoth in Las Vegas playing the Knights. Hopefully they're not listening. We don't want them to get distracted. They got a big game tonight. We're going to go with best Vegas things.
Okay.
I'm not a Vegas person. You are a Vegas person.
I love
so
Vegas.
This leans in your favor very heavily. But I will tell you from afar, my favorite thing about Vegas is the sordid history.
Oh, that's a good pick.
It started out as a outlaw town. They like the idea that this is in the middle of the desert. It's hard to get to.
It started out as a Mormon town.
Yeah.
And then evolved into an outlaw
But even that's
town.
a cool story.
It's a great
that's
story.
A cool part of it.
No,
And then,
that intertwining, like how Harry Reid became Speaker of the, or not Speaker of the House, but Senate Majority Leader.
Yeah.
Is an amazing story, and all wrapped up with the origins of Vegas. No, that's a great pick.
So, and yeah, it still kind of has some of that. The reason it is what it is today is because of where it came from.
Uh-huh.
It's not quite as sordid, but it's still somewhat Sin City for a reason. So I like that part of it.
All right, my number one pick is I'm picking with my heart here, and I'm going to go with Fremont Street.
Okay.
The Fremont Street experience.
The old strip.
The old strip. I love Fremont Street.
You did mention that the Golden Nugget is your favorite.
It is my favorite hotel.
Yeah.
I like to swim in the pool with the sharks. I once saw Richard Cheese at the Golden Nugget, which might have been the highlight of my life. Great buffet, good steak restaurant. I love Fremont Street.
Fremont
and the
Street.
weirdos that are on the street itself is very charming.
Okay. That's totally fair.
The Heart Attack Grill is on Fremont Street.
Never been. I've been to Fremont Street.
Did you know if you weigh over 350 pounds, you eat for free at the Heart Attack Grill?
Well, we should
I
start
think they had
working
to
on
up it to 400.
Did they? Well, I
think
know they
so.
have a big cattle scale
That you
right out
walk and
there
step
on
Yeah.
Fremont Street.
All right. I will go with, and if this is too vague, let me know. But I'm going just with casinos. Now, I don't have a favorite casino because I don't gamble. I don't play poker. I don't play slot machines. I don't gamble. But I do love just walking through casinos and seeing how bizarre this part of the world is that doesn't really exist in a whole lot of spots.
Well, you're kind of stepping on. Well, tell me this because you're kind of stepping on my next pick, but
Okay.
I'll go ahead and then maybe we can make a ruling on all of it. I was just going to go with sports books.
No, so I think that's different enough.
I think maybe we can clarify. Did you want walking through the casino? Because
Yes.
a lot of people do that.
That's a ton. That's what I do because I don't like losing money, and that's all I would do. So yes, you can even say casino people watching or walking through the casino. I think that's totally fair because it's not the gambling because I don't gamble, but I do like the walking through the weirdness of it all.
I like sitting in a sports book even when I don't have a dang dime on the line, where you could just access like
All the sports.
100 sporting events at once is pretty wild.
And now
So-
look, this is a nostalgia thing for me, which is funny because neither of my parents were smokers, but there is still something funny about going inside of places that smell like cigarettes that remind me of my childhood because when I used to go to Village Inn, it smelled like cigarettes because half there was a smoking section, which when you're indoors, the entire restaurant.
Yep.
But there was a smoking section and it still smells like my childhood, even though I didn't grow up in a smoking household.
All right, you're up.
Okay, I will go with Vegas Summer League. It is cool. It has turned into a little bit of a circus, but again, if you want to walk through the casinos, you're going to just see 15 NBA people, whether it's players or teams or I talked about Jeff Van Gundy. Like you are going to see, I was in one and Greg Oden was just walking around like 5 years after he was out of the NBA. Like, hey, that's Greg Oden. It's like, if you want to go and see NBA players, go down and see it. It's a cool thing to be a part of. And then the actual games are fun.
Is this 4 for me, Christian? 3. All right. I'm going to go with residencies.
Yeah, I have it number 2 on my board. I was going to wait on it.
The fact that, and okay, this happened to me. I was down in, shout out to my late uncle who got married in Vegas like 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And we all went down there and just decided to get tickets to Elton John.
Yeah.
Because Elton John was at Caesars for
months?
Several months.
Years? Yeah, whatever.
So can you imagine just being like, oh, let's just go see Elton John tonight. That should be awesome.
Yeah.
And there's like 10 of those in Vegas in any one period of time.
Right. And some are lesser and some are greater.
Yep.
But it is a cool thing that they do. And that's, by the way, that's been a thing. That's a part of the culture.
Yeah.
That's not a new advent.
No, the Rat Pack.
Yeah. Absolutely. This has been a part of that idea. I think
At
that's
the
great.
Sands.
All right. I will go with, and I've never been there yet, but it does seem like it's the future and what's coming, and I'm going to go eventually. I will take the Sphere. I even like seeing the Sphere from the outside. I think it looks cool.
You know, it's funny you say that because, well, it does look cool. I'm not going to disagree, but I made a decision like a week ago, never going.
Oh, you're putting the kibosh.
Have you read about Jim Dolan's surveillance stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you been reading about that?
Yeah.
And the crazy, crazy stuff that he is doing? I'm sure.
The second you walk in there.
Okay, there's no way he's not selling all that info that he's going to strip off you the second you walk in there to. You're going to be on like call and email list for the rest of your life.
Yeah, at best.
At best.
Yeah, the best is you're getting harassed for the rest of your life by callers.
Yeah, maybe harassed by Jim himself.
Who knows?
So
Banned from
I know
certain
I'm
places.
not even kidding.
Okay.
Like, because it does look appealing, and like PK's been and says it's amazing, and I was dying to go see The Dead when they were there, but I don't think I'm going to do it.
Okay. There's a chance I never make it inside, but I like walking around the town or driving into town and seeing it, and it's lit up, and that's fun.
Listen, if your son insulted Jim Dolan's son at school or something like that, he will spot you the second you walk into MSG and 86 you in 30 seconds flat.
Yep.
Because he is a crazy person, who has access to some wild surveillance technology that the government shouldn't have, let alone James Dolan.
Has way too much power.
But I mean, it's cool. I agree with you. I'm going to go with pools. I told you the Nugget pool was my favorite, but pretty much every resort now has an awesome pool.
I've had a lot of fun hanging out in the pools. And they're open till late, and there's concerts sometimes.
Oh,
and there's
and bars,
movies
and they have, the Nugget has a table you can swim up to and play a little blackjack.
That guy face down on the old strip, usually in one of the pools.
Got to go with the
Floating
pool.
at the top.
Got to go with the pools.
Yeah, no, because it's just so awful and hot, you have to get in the pool. What else are you going to do? All right, you know what I'll go with, thinking about it? I love the lights. I love the lights of Vegas. And if you want to say the neon lights or the signs or whatever, however you want to describe it, I do love how lit up the town is at night and how bizarre it is. And I do think it's just pure light pollution, which is not bad. It's just light pollution, but I do like seeing it.
They have a neon sign museum that you should go to because it's really cool. Yeah. If you ever go to Vegas, because you hate Vegas, but if you do like the lights, you would like that.
Yeah, the Vegas lights.
Like that.
Like that?
I'm gonna go with the food.
Yeah, I have it too.
It's turned into a real foodie town. I ate at Emeril's restaurant in the MGM once.
Shout out our friend John Paul listening. JP,
Oh, yeah?
who is just the ultimate Vegas
He's a
dirtbag.
Vegas guy for sure.
Yeah, JP's the best. And the worst thing about him is how much he loves Las Vegas because he's, as he says, he's culturally Italian. He's saying Piero's Italian cuisine in Vegas. He's
I
giving
bet it's
it a
amazing.
shout out. Oh, and JP.
I bet it's amazing. JP,
I bet an Italian dinner with JP is one of the great experiences in life.
I've taken multiple restaurant recommendations from our guy, John Paul.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, I know he does.
Yeah, he knows.
There's a reason I'm asking him.
Shout out JP. He says, my kind of town.
Oh, Vegas is the best.
Christian, you have
you have Vegas
family
ties
in Vegas.
Yes, in-laws live in Vegas.
What did we miss?
Do you want to recap and tell us what we missed?
Yeah, we'll recap. Ben, you had the first pick. You went Sordid History, walking through the casinos, the Las Vegas Summer League, the Sphere, and the neon lights. Jake went Fremont Street, sports books, Las Vegas residencies, swimming pools, and the food. No strip on there.
Yeah.
What kind of strip?
The strip.
Oh.
The Las Vegas strip.
Right.
Listen, pervert, this is a family show.
So we're not talking about the Glitter Gulch here.
No James Harden.
Well, the Gulch is gone now, but
gambling in general, like a
gambling.
some blackjack.
Gambling. Yeah, we could have said. I thought of taking any of the games. You know,
you could probably see a theme in my picks that none of them have to do with spending money because I go to the summer league for free because I do it for work. And it's like watching people gamble or taking in the lights outside. Yeah, I don't spend money. I don't like spending a lot of money, and that's the cheapest way you can do Vegas.
There's a lot of other cool museums like the Mob Museum, the Anatomy Museum or something.
Oh, the one that used to be at the Tropicana?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mob Museum is amazing. I definitely would recommend that. I thought of Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, shows.
Movies about Vegas. I like movies about Vegas. It's like a good movie town. Casino. I know you like Casino.
The
I
Hangover.
love Casino.
The Hangover. Yeah, the first one's good. I know they ruined it by making the same movie 3 times over. It's not perfect, but what's the...
Vegas Vacation.
Oh, Vegas Vacation is hilarious.
Vegas Vacation is amazing.
Fear and Loathings, the book is great.
The movie's
very
good, too.
funny. The movie's funny. Yeah.
All right. I like it. I like Vegas things. That's good.
Ocean's 11 is an insanely fun movie and is all Vegas. So
What is that, the prequel to Ocean's 33?
started it all.
Didn't they end up with a crew of like 26 people by the time they stopped making those movies?
No, they didn't stop. They're making 2 more.
Oh, they are?
A prequel and another sequel.
Well, they've run out of ideas in Hollywood.
Correct. And yeah, these make money. Con Air, great Vegas movie.
I've actually never seen that movie.
Oh, Con Air, one of the stupidest things that's ever been created, and just great to watch. Better than Uncut Gems.
Gotta tell you, I can't really handle Nick Cage.
Oh, and this is the worst Nick Cage has ever been.
Yeah.
He's got a horrible accent. He's got the mullet. The cast of characters around him is fun.
Is what makes it.
Actually makes it a fun movie.
All
But
right.
Nick is as bad as it gets.
Hey, shout out to JP.
Yeah. Listener. Again, I can't believe people listen.
JP's the best.
Yeah, JP is
Stay tuned. We will have more for you coming up next. We're going to talk some Big 12, I guess, headlines.
Yeah.
Because some off the field stuff going on with Texas Tech writer Don Williams. That's coming up at 4:30. Obviously, the Mammoth, the big topic on the show today. Mike Folta, the voice of the Mammoth, was going to be with us at the top of the 5 o'clock hour. Stay tuned. It's the Jake and Ben Show, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.